Hi everyone, I'm thrilled to bring you a fantastic update that you've all been asking for. This is a game changer, especially if you're designing books for various audiences, each with unique sizes and preferences. You're going to love how this update makes your work so much easier and more efficient. Let's get to it. With this new update, you now have the power to save, load, and remove settings right in your account. Let's dive into the word search tool and I'll guide you through how it works. We've added a new tab to the word search tool. It's called Save/Load Settings. And when you click on it, you'll see that you have the ability to save settings and you have the ability to load or delete settings. Right now, I don't have any settings saved, so I can't load or delete them. But we'll show you how to do that in a little bit. First, let's create some settings to save. For this tutorial, I'm going to do 3 different types of books. We're going to do one that's going to be a 5x8 sort of travel size book, a 8.5x11 book for maybe for kids, and a 2-page book for large print for adults, for older adults. So let's get started. I'm going to go under book settings. We're going to leave it at 5.5x8. Since this is kind of a small book, we're only going to do 2 answers per page. And let's just do 4 puzzles right now for an example. Let me go grab some words that we can use. I have some saved in a spreadsheet. I'm just going to cut and paste them into my titles word settings. Let's go back. We're going to have 20 words per puzzle. Let's stick with 15, 20. Let's go ahead and allow all the directions and let's do a refresh and see what it looks like. So here's what it looks like. And I think I want to have 4 instead of 3 columns here. So let's change that. That's under title and word settings. Go down here. Let's do 4 columns. All right, I like that a lot better. So let's stick with that. And then over on the answers, I like the way that looks. So let's go ahead and save the settings. So you go under Save Settings and you give it a name. I'm going to call this Travel because these are the travel sized books. So you give it a name and then you click on Save Settings. So it tells you that they've been saved. You can click that off. And now I have travel here that I can load or delete if I want to. Let's go add another one. Let's do the 8.5x11 one for kids. This is a bigger book. Let's go ahead and go with 4 answers per page. We're going to stay with 4 puzzles because that's how many I have in my sheet here. Since we're going to have this be for kids, let's have fewer. Let's say we have 10 answers. And maybe let's make this grid a little bit smaller so we can make them bigger for the kids. Let's do 10 by 15 and let's only have them go up and down and back and forth. Let's go ahead and do a refresh. And I think I want this to be wider, so maybe we'll do 15 by 15. And let's do fewer columns here. So if we have 10 words, let's do 5 so we can have 5 columns with 2 words in each column. Let's go over here, change that to 5. Let's see what that looks like. And I do like that better, but let's put the text word list under here. So to do that, you click over here, or include title above word list. So you just click there and that's going to put the title. And let's make these characters a little bit bigger. And you can do that by going down to the bottom and increasing the font size. And now I want to make there be a little bit more space here so I can move the word list down. You do that over here. So space between puzzle and title. I can increase that. And I like that better. So now let's check the answer pages. That looks good. So we can now save these settings. Let's go under Save and Load Settings and let's call this one Kids. And let's click on Save. Now let's go do the third one that we're going to do, which is the 2-page one. Let's stick with the 8.5x11, but since we're doing a 2-page for big, large print, we don't want to have 4 answers per page because people won't be able to read them. So let's just do 1 answer per page. And now we go over here where it says 2-page puzzles and we're going to click that. And since these are for adults, let's use 20 words and maybe 20 by 25. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So we have the first page, which has the word list. Then we have our puzzle, and then we have our answer. So on the word list, since this is for a large print book, we need to increase the font size for these. So let's increase the font size for the title. That's this number here. Let's make that 25. And let's increase the font size for the word list, which is over here. Let's make that 20. And let's have fewer columns. Let's only have 2 columns now. Let's see what that looks like. All right, so that looks better. And if I was really doing this, I'd probably want to have a lot more words for these puzzles, not just the 20, but this is just an example to give you an idea of how this works. So now we have that, we have our puzzle, and we have our answers. And I like that. I like the way that looks. So let's go ahead and save that one. Let's call this a 2-page. Let's save that. And now we have our travel, our kids, and our 2-page one. So I've been working on the 2-page one. Now I want to go back and create a travel one. So we click on the travel and load settings. And now we're back to the travel settings. And you notice it'll put travel up here. So whenever it loads a setting, it's going to put the name up here. So if you want to update that setting, you can go and change something and then do save again, and it's going to update it for you. Let's go ahead and reload this one. And now let's jump these. So maybe let's change the word search to a different font, for example. So we can go in here and let's use maybe Pacifico. And let's also add a title above the word list. Let's do a refresh. And that's what that would look like. We could also, let's say we want to make these in lowercase instead of all in capitals. We can go back to puzzle settings and switch it from uppercase to lowercase. And then maybe we want these all in lowercase. We go to title and word settings and switch it from inputted case to lowercase. Let's do another refresh. Check the answer page. And we like that. Go back to save and load. And now we just hit save settings. And our travel setting is now updated with all these changes that we just made. You can also delete settings. Why don't we go create a test one? So let's make a square one. And now we'll just go and save it. We'll call it square. And now it's been added here. Now we can go and go back to, say, the kids setting. Or back to our square setting. And if we want, we can say, oh, I don't need this one anymore, so I'm just going to delete it. You just click on the delete settings, and now that settings are gone. So that's how to use our new save and load settings feature. We're planning to roll out this feature across all our tools. Drop a comment below to tell us which tool you'd like us to update next. Got a question on how to use this tool? Just leave them in the comments below. Remember to hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Your journey to crafting journals, planners, logbooks, and more starts here. Get going now with a free 3-day trial at abookcreator.com.